was brought to my attention a little bit ago, about a month ago, that Darlene had decided to shut the home down. And no more Darlene Bishop Home for Life. It is something that I was told not to tell, to not tell. It's just way too heavy on me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, man, I don't, my Bible doesn't read this way. It just was really, it's been a real battle for me. It's not right. The people that are being affected need to know what's going on. But I believe Pastor Darlene, she doesn't have the same heart for it. Her vision for it. I don't think she'd be shutting it down if she had the vision for it. I don't think it's money situation. God is a God of order. He doesn't do things out of order. He loves everybody. Everybody's values the same in his eyes. And some of the comments that were given to me is that, they don't owe staff anything and they don't owe the residents anything.
Well, you can't. That's just, that's something that somebody said, you know what I'm saying? Unless you hear that, and I can't imagine that Pastor Darlene or Pastor Lawrence would say such a thing, but...
Candie, okay, I'm going to tell you this. This is what Pastor Darlene said to me. My heart is crushed, and I'm not in a good situation right now.
Mm-hmm.
Those were her exact words.
Oh, wow.
Her exact words. And that is why I also wasn't permitted by Karen to tell anyone. And there's not one reason why we can't all come together in this. I have my guard up because of some of the comments from the original meeting.
Was Daryl in it?
No, nope, he was excluded from the meeting. So, yeah, which I thought, to me, was crazy because I personally know he loves the home. It's too heavy. It's just not, it's not good. And that Barclay, what he said about following people home and seeing if they were drinking and and I'm not saying that, but I'm using that analogy of being bold because I feel like I might be the advocate for these girls. Not to be disrespectful, because I'm going to be really honest with you. I have disrespect and empathy for the leadership, because I don't want people leaving over this.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people going to be affected in a negative way, and it's not done in a proper order. What Darlene said, she said, Julie, you gotta think about the kids. God loves kids better than she said. Then he loves these girls, and I said, that's not true. God loves us all the same. And I said, if you abuse a child, now it says in the word, it'd be better to have a millstone around your neck to be sunk into the sea. But I said, as far as loving all of us, he doesn't love them more. He loves these women. And I said, so we do owe it to these women to do this in order. I do not in any way want to discord. I do not in any way want to disrespect my pastors, but truth is truth.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell the truth that needs to happen, because there is definitely a reason for us to be concerned right now. Me telling you what the comment was made, I want to tell you that because I want to be honest. It was very abrupt where they were going to shut this home down at the beginning of COVID.
Mm.
And that was the reason they were using. Well, I don't know who stood up other than what I've heard is Tony. Tony Rose stood up and said, do not do that.
Mm-hmm.
You're throwing away a good thing. Pastor comes into my office and tells me we're shutting down the home. We're going to bring in, she says, just think about 3 girls to each room and how much money that'll bring in. And I said, Pastor, I can't put a higher amount of money on a girl coming in than I can on the girl I have in here. So we can't preach one thing and not do the other. We got to be intentional about this, and we got to be open. It was a hard meeting, Kitty. It really was. I don't want to disrespect staff at all in any way, or, my leadership. Our livelihood is definitely directly affected. And I've never been in an argument with Lawrence. I know he can be bold. I can't go by, oh, well, sorry about your luck. We don't owe you anything. Bye. The girls need to know. The staff needs to know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I'm crazy here. I feel like my Bible reads this.
Mm-hmm.
Things to be done in order. And if you have aught against someone, you go to that person. And they don't hear you, you bring the elder. Nowhere does it say to not tell people. I mean, I understand it's on a need-to-know basis for certain things. But when it directly affects someone's livelihood, but honor me that I may ask to let these girls finish their program. And it's not rocket science, Candie, and the Holy Spirit's not going to let the girl be hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, come on. God protects,
The thing that stood out to me on that was Julie's concern of the how and the why it was being done. This does need to be this does need to be communicated. Pastor Darlene came into Julie's office. She says she came into my office and tells me we're shutting the home down. We're going to bring in, just think about it, 3 girls to each room and how much money that would bring in. And that's when Julie said, Pastor, I can't put a higher amount of money on a little girl coming in than I have on a girl that I currently have in here. We can't preach one thing and do another. We've got to be intentional about this, and we've got to be open. And I can't go by, oh, well, sorry about your luck. She said, I don't feel like I'm crazy here. My Bible reads this. Things need to be done in order. And then she says, and I feel like I'm gossiping. But I'm not gossiping. I'm telling the truth.